Okay, now let's continue with question 12D. So tadi kita dah cari maximum dan minimum value dekat inside the region R. So now kita akan cari maximum and minimum value dekat each of this boundary, yang atas, bawah, kiri, kanan. So let this define this as A, B, then this one is C, and then this one is D. So let's look at A. A is from point 0, 0 to 1, 1. So we can see that, from 0, 1 to 1, 1. So we can see that y is equals to 1. And then x is in between 0 to 1. So now we substitute f of x and then y equals to 1. So we have 4x over x squared plus 1 times 2, which is equals to 2x over x squared plus 1. And then untuk dapatkan maksimum dan minimum dekat this A, so we need to differentiate this f, and then we equals to 0. So f prime of x1, so this one we use either quotient or product rule. So I just give out the final answer. So this one is equals to minus 2x squared plus 2 over x squared plus 1 squares, and it equals to 0. So this gives 2x squared is equals to 2. So x is equals to plus minus 1. So we know that x is in between 0 to 1. So x equals to 1 is in this region, but x equals to minus 1 is not in this region. So we just have the point x equals to 1. And when x equals to 1, we have y is equals to 1. So the point here is 1, 1. And then this 1, 1 can be maximum or minimum because we didn't do the second derivative. So another bucu dia, which is 0.01, also can be either maximum or minimum for this case. So now let's see boundary B. So for boundary B, this one is from 0.00 to 10. So from 0, 0 to 10, and then for this one we have y is equals to 0, and we have x is in between 0 to 1. So we substitute f of x 0, and then this one we get 0. So it's a constant function 0 like this. So sekiranya sepanjang boundary B is actually equals to 0, so meaning that dia punya bucu 0, 0 and also 1, 0 both can be the maximum and minimum at the same time. So now let's look at boundary C. So boundary C is from 0.00 to 01. So 0, 0 to 01. Now we have x is equals to 0, and y yang from 0 to 1. This one, okay? So now let's substitute f of 0, y. And then this one also equals to 0, which is the same as the case B. So which means dia punya bucu, which is 0, 0 and 0, 1 can be the maximum and minimum at the same time. So let's look at D. So for D, we have from 1, 0 to 1, 1. So this means that x is equals to 1, and then y is in between 0 to 1. So if we substitute f of 1y, so this give 2y over y squared plus 1. So the same as in A, so we differentiate with respect to y, and it equals pada 0. So f prime is equals to minus 2y squared plus 2 over y squared plus 1 squares, and then kita equalskan to 0, and then this give y equals to plus minus 1. And then kita tahu y is in between 0 to 1, so only y equals to 1 is in this region. So when y equals to 1, then x is equals to 1. So this one is actually this point here, 1, 1. So dia punya another bucu, which is 1, 0 So this one can be either maximum or minimum. So this another virtue also can be either maximum or minimum.